What's up YouTube? Atl-JDM, and today we're going to be looking at our 1992 Suzuki Cappuccino. Now if you watched the other video, you might remember I did mention we did have 3 of these. I mean, our logo is a cappuccino, so we like to always keep one in stock, and we kind of have a hard-on for them too. The silver one we sold, the red one we kept, and then I waited 3 months for this car to get stateside. And the wait was definitely worth it. This car is the cleanest cappuccino I've ever seen, driven in. It's one of the cleanest imports we've ever gotten in, and this thing is like key in and ready to go, 100%. I'm actually really excited to talk to you about this car. Like I said, I waited 3 months for this car to get here, and it has not let me down so far. The guy in Japan who originally owned this car did basically a full restore to it. So it's like a brand new cappuccino. And this guy, I mean, the maintenance on this car is incredible, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. So we'll start, I guess, in the back again. You got your gas cap on the left side. It is de-badged. A lot of people are into that. I'm personally into it. It makes it look a little cleaner, and really catches people's attention because they don't know what it is and they want to know what it is when you're driving. That's the cool thing about driving these cars. You got your one reverse light. Now this exhaust is an aftermarket exhaust. It is a Kakimoto, but it's just the tip though. Now if you want to get underneath and check it out, the exhaust is brand spanking new, and you've also got a set of GAB coilovers, front and back. So this car does have a couple of aftermarket modifications. Nothing too fancy, but definitely it makes it one of the better driving cappuccinos. Like I said, I mean, this is probably the best one that I've gotten in. Let's see. These tires are a lot thicker, better traction. I think we had 190s on the silver one. We've got 175s on here. Nice alloy, painted calipers. I mean, the guy who owned this, like I said, took really good care of it. He obviously really liked it. Another good thing too, all the rubber seals have all been redone. And if you look for these parts in Japan, they're either really faded out, worn out, sun damaged, hard to find, and expensive. Something that our other cappuccino didn't have, can't really tell because the sun. You got the Suzuki logo right here. And you can notice that the target top is set up. I'll also get into that in a minute. But I did take it off because I was driving it earlier. It's beautiful outside. No point in having the top on when it feels great. So let's go. Oh yeah, and then this spoiler on this car, believe it or not, it's a tiny little spoiler. These things are like $500 or $600. And another good thing about the car, it was painted in Japan. This is probably some of the best Japanese paint work I've ever seen. You know, I mean, there's a few spots like on the inside, like right here, I'll show you. Nothing too serious though, you know, nothing to really cry about. This car on the inside, you know, looks really nice. This cappuccino does not have leather seats like most do. The guy who had it replaced it with this really nice cloth. It looks brand spanking new. Original floor mats. Now a few things, or a few other upgrades, I guess, or not really upgrades, but just other stuff that this car has that a lot of cappuccinos don't. The windows, or the side windows, or mirrors, sorry, not windows, are actually powered, motorized, and they're easily accessible right here, right by the steering wheel. You've got your G-Ready, or Greddy, boost gauge. This car has 86,550 kilometers. I'm trying to think. 50,000 miles, roughly 50,000 miles. I could be wrong. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't even check. 5-speed manual transmission, ice cold AC, aftermarket stereo that was actually installed in Japan. You've got power windows. What else on the inside am I missing? So in the other video too, if you haven't seen that one for the silver Cappuccino, this bad boy actually helps you lower this into the car, so it makes it a full convertible. I guess I'll just go ahead and show you guys. Boom. Easy peasy. Actually, it goes down a little more too. There we go. You got your rear strut bar. It's also got a front strut bar too. I'll pop the hood in just a moment to show you guys. Let's see. I think that's it for the inside. Don't know if I'm missing anything. If not, I'll come back to it or edit it. Oh yeah, and then you got your, with the radio, it comes with both remotes. You got a little bump in the back. And look at how incredibly sexy this engine bay is. Like I said, the maintenance on this car is perfect. I mean, the guy, like I said, took really good care of it. I mean, you can tell like the brake fluid's pretty much brand new. You've got all the NGK wiring. It's a really good wire, a really good Japanese wiring. There is a little spaghetti, or bowl of spaghetti over here with the sound wirings, and we're gonna actually clean all that out, so you don't have to worry about that. You've got your turbo metal valves, piping. You got your aftermarket air intake. This car does have a blow-off valve too, so when you're shifting gears, it really sounds pretty badass. 660 cc's, 3 cylinders. And just check this engine bay out, man. I mean, it is just clean and pretty. I waited 3 months for this car, man. I'm stoked. I'm like a little kid on Christmas right now. Then you got your original badge. And there's the VIN. Making it legit. Let's see. Did I forget anything else? No, I don't think I did. Guess I'll just crank her up. Wait, do I have the keys? Yeah. Oh, and I didn't forget about this little switch. This is for your headlights. Kick in the LEDs. Oh, it sounds a lot better than the other one we had. But I mean, this is a rare case. I mean, this is just a brand new Cappuccino. I'll just do one more lap because I mean, dude, it's just too pretty. Already went over the tires, all that good stuff. I mean, an import isn't going to get any better than this right here, guys. But that is going to be the Suzuki Cappuccino. I'm about to go do some driving. So I did actually forget one thing. Let me crank it off real fast. Well, here's two things actually. Aftermarket Nardi steering wheel. Crank it off. Now, I didn't really tell you guys what happened to the tops. So I do have the tops, and in the silver Cappuccino video I did mention that all the tops do fit in the trunk of the car. I do realize after I posted that video that I didn't really talk about that or show you guys that. I have all 3 of the tops for this car in the trunk, and here are the. Now this is something really rare too. All of the tops have the original leather casings that they're supposed to come in, and this is to help, you know, keep them from scratching up, keep them in good condition. And these are actually the instructions on how to put all the tops in. I'm telling you, like, it's only 4 steps here, but it's a complicated game of Tetris. And if you want to real fast, you're going to take the right side, you're going to put that in first. You have to put the smaller side in first through this side, and then it sits in. Then you take the left side, you do the same thing, but with that first one you have to lift it up a little bit and then slide it in, and and then you slide both of them in, and then the middle one just goes on the very top. But yeah, I definitely wanted to show you guys that. And like I was talking about too, when that guy did all the rubber seals, he replaced all the rubber seals on each of the tops for this car too. So I mean, like, no leaks. I mean, like I said, brand new Cappuccino. But yeah, I'll go ahead and throw that in at the end of the video. It's kind of important. But yeah, now I'm gonna go do some driving. What's up, YouTube? Atl-JDM here, and I'm sitting in the 1992 Suzuki Cappuccino, the white one. I've driven around this car a couple times now. The first video I actually did, I did it with the convertible, but there was just too much wind and rattling, so it was kind of an unenjoyable video. But now I've got the Target top set up, and I'm just gonna roll with that, and hopefully the wind doesn't annoy you as much. It probably is. I do apologize, but trust me, it's a lot better than it being in the full convertible. And yeah, we'll see what this thing can do. I actually really love driving this car, so doing another drive around video is not hurting my feelings at all. This thing can get it. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the other video, but last weekend we actually got this car dynoed 3 times. The first time it got to 65 horsepower, the second time it got to 66, and the third time it got to 66 again. Alright, I'm just going to shut up and drive. And that blow-off valve, woo! Hopefully there's not too much traffic, because I want to get it in this car. I want to show you guys. Yeah, this is just killing it. There we go. Let's try and get it. That was 120. Oh, my blinker's been on the whole time. Been seeming to have that problem all day today. You're killing me, Smalls! Oh, my blinker's been on this whole time again. 2 strikes. Still on.